Greg, I mean, obviously you're going to think about 31-7 going into the half. I mean, did you melt the paint on the walls, or did you just stress game plan adjustments? What was the correction?
No, last year we're down 35-21 to Elka, at the half. We just went out and talked about, just getting stops, winning one play at a time, and just need to get some stops. We need to go down and score first on offense, and we did. And again, 31-7 against number one team in the state. A lot of kids or a lot of teams or a lot of programs would fold, and our kids didn't. Came down and, tied it up, 31-31. My hat's off to them. And we shot ourselves in the foot. I mean, I think we left at least 14 points on the board, and when Brock slid to the left there and the ball flipped out, he just saw Logan, who had just broke free. So, we didn't get some breaks. Had some tough penalty calls against us, but it's part of football, and that's why we scheduled this game, and it's going to help us down the road.
You knew this would be like this. There's certain things at this game I think that you thought would happen. What happened the way you thought it would, and what happened differently than the way you expected it to tonight?
I'm really shocked how many times they run gunner. I mean, again, that's one of the reasons I became the offensive coordinator. I didn't want somebody to run my son 22 times, but it's a thing where I just didn't, so I was shocked just on that level a little bit. But he's a good player, very good, strong kid. Reminds me a lot of Justin Fields at Harrison when he just moved the pile. When he had lower his shoulder. My hat's off to them. They're gonna win a lot of ball games. And, they gave us some fits up front, their defensive line to our offensive line, and really hats off to our defense. I thought the kids played great, and, again, we're a little undersized, but, again, we always play scrappy.
What do you want to see on the film when you start looking at it? What's the first thing you're going to look at?
Just effort, need corrections. Little things could have made us a whole lot better. So just, it takes somebody exposing you to see what you're doing wrong. So they exposed us a little bit, and we'll have to go in and make some corrections.
How do you describe maybe that connection between Logan and Brock? It seems like they kind of willed your guys back into this game with some big plays.
Yeah, kid's a playmaker, and, Brock trusts him, and that's got a lot to do with it. We had some drops in the game that hurt us at times, and obviously quarterbacks trust the guy that catches the ball.
I think I got to ask you about your field goal, man. A lot of people would have thought that's a 42-yarder. Go for the score, but it was money. Did you have that type of confidence in a kid to make a 42-yarder like that?
Well, the kid's earned the right to go out there and win or lose the ball game. He shows up every day, practice field goals, kicked all summer. We don't kick a lot of field goals, and he earned the right to go out there and try.
I think for the course of your season to get to where you want to go, do you think you need to develop number 2, number 3 receiver threats outside of Logan? Is that where you need to go?
Oh, sure. I think we got some other guys that can do some things, and we got some games coming up where we'll be able to try to utilize them a little more.
Greg Vandagriff, thanks, man.